Maybe movies. We are almost there.
Almost.
And again, Act 3 isn't particularly long.
It's not massive. It's not massive.
There's a little bit of wrangling to do here and there, so I think we're good for it. I suppose what we should really do is give a hello.
Howdy-ho, folks.
And for a change, you can do the shout-out for today.
And this is a shout-out we haven't done for a little while, folks. This is for our good friend Poltergeist OD, who you can find on YouTube, doing wonderful, wonderful horrorcore and general rap-style music. You should enjoy it. Go check it out. You can also find him on Spotify, folks, and it's worth a listen. It's worth your time.
Absolutely. If you're a horror fan, it's a must, really.
Oh, yes, yeah. Picks on the classics. What you got there?
More Mogu Mogu.
Mogu Mogu.
Well, this one's mango.
Have beer.
I could put beer in it. No.
I don't think that would work with mango very well.
Yeah, no. Let's have a try this.
And our survey says...
Mm.
Mm. You heard it here first, folks. Mm.
Refreshing.
Okay.
Act 3. Things have gone slightly awry with one of the CRS actors being actually stabbed.
Yes.
And then having to play possum when he's fake shot.
Yeah.
But again, I think we're all right to maintain the illusion, because there is a different version of this where when he stabs him, he moves in a way that he wasn't expecting, and then he gets a brief glimpse of one of the squibs set up, and he's like, what the hell's going on?
I think that would give away too much.
Yeah.
I think it would give away too much.
It just popped into my head, but then I thought, no, we keep running with the illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, Act 3 more or less begins with Prendergast trying to convince the captain and others of the seriousness of the situation, and the captain going, I never liked you, you're a piece of shit because you never swear.
Mm-hmm. I did think, and again, we can drop it in here, or retroactively we can add it into the scene when him and Sandra are having lunch, where when they're having their conversation, just again as a bit of foreshadowing and a bit of setup, Sandra says, did you ever hear back from that company you had your job interview for?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes. Yeah, we need to layer in a few small clues for people, because we don't want it to be a complete Sherlock Holmes, I knew everything and you knew nothing kind of reveal. You want people to have at least a small chance of figuring out what's going on.
Absolutely.
Otherwise there's no fun in it. So I'm guessing that scene's going to more or less play out as it does.
Yeah.
And then we get the phone call when Defense talks about the point of no return.
Of course we do, yeah.
It's a lovely moment. It's a great speech.
It is.
And I think I think it's probably going to remain relatively unchanged, because as far as he's concerned, he has passed the point of no return.
That poor actor is just going to have to lie there while he's bleeding out.
Yeah.
So that's going to change things. I don't know whether we need to throw something in here that they need to get him out quicker, because they know that one of their guys is literally bleeding out on the floor while he's dicking around, changing his clothes and making phone calls.
Yes, how would they do that?
Something
on the police scanner.
Yes.
Put out a broadcast on this police scanner that would make Defense go, I've got to move.
So something about, we spoke to this guy at the surplus store, we want to go back and speak to him again.
Yeah.
So he thinks the cops are coming back.
Yeah, so he probably won't finish his conversation on the phone. He'll be interrupted by the scanner.
Yeah.
And that will make him go, fuck.
Yes.
Get out of there. Yeah. Yeah, that works.
And that takes us into...
Defense!
Yes.
As they actively go on the investigation and start trying to track him down.
It's nice that they have Mr. Lee there anyway. Even more so now.
Yes.
Because obviously he's working for CRS.
Yes.
I suppose that would be one place that you could have like an advert on the front of the store that just has the initials on there. Because they do drop it in all over the place in the game, don't they? It's like the...
like CRS everywhere.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that'd be a nice touch. Yeah. Then we get the under construction scene.
Yes, of course. So how is this going to work? So I'd say, again, it's all part of the setup?
I think so. Because I think this is the same construction crew that stopped him earlier on.
And it would make sense, because, I mean, as fun as it is the bit with the with the rocket launcher, I don't know. I don't know much about rocket launchers, but I'm sure if he'd shot that thing into the thing, it would have just hit the bottom and exploded where it was. It wouldn't have gone bang and then up all the way along the piping and then exploded further up. I don't know.
Physics is weird. It might have worked that way, but the odds are against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those bits that always made me go...
But in this case, it will work because...
Of course, it's the setup, yeah.
Are we saying that the little kid works for CRS?
I don't know. I feel like that's just a random moment, and he's trying to... Because he doesn't know how to use the thing.
Yeah.
It's just some kid helping him.
Yeah.
Which just kind of makes it even funnier.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's going to play out all the same. Because that's the one thing that the police never mention, isn't it? It's the one thing that he does.
No, they never do mention it. That's a good point. Yes, it doesn't come up.
Which is interesting as well, because it's the most destructive thing that he does.
Yeah.
And it never gets referred to the police. So
Yeah. You'd think somebody would notice that.
But that takes us into 4... Is that...
No, it's not. It's
No,
visiting mother.
Again, this is the other reason why the new setup that we've got now works better, because we wouldn't have got all of these.
Yeah, we would have lost almost all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the floors are in the glass.
Now, I've got two here. I was going to save it till the end, but there's two options here for Prendergast. I was going to save it till the very end, and it's actually just eating some of that. You know, this bit when he finally shows up and he's confronting Defense and he picks up the popcorn and he's eating it on the thing.
Yeah.
I was going to have him eating the popcorn, and then he notices that the brand of popcorn on the cup just says CRS, and that's when Prendergast puts 2 and 2 together.
Nice.
This is another possibility here when he's visiting the house, when he's looking around his room, that there's a copy of the psych questionnaire that he had to do for CRS when he was still working for No-Tech. So it's one or the other. I don't know which one works better. I think the popcorn...
No. I think we should have both. He notices the psych evaluation and notices the CRS, which then gives him a reason to make the connection when he sees the CRS on the popcorn. So we're shadowing it in. We're foreshadowing that shit. Yes, I like it.
Cool. It's just that I thought if he's had an interview for these people, but then again, maybe he wasn't interviewed for them as CRS.
No, but the paperwork will say CRS on it. Yeah.
And then, as I say, so then we get to the golf course.
The golf course, yes. And of course the CRS actors.
All set up. So things that are snowball pretty quickly, and again, as they are in the film, we get the bit with the guys in the plastic surgeon's house.
Yeah, the family barbecue.
I suppose the main question with all of these things are, is this part of it? Are they plants for CRS? Or I'm tempted to say that they are that this scene is genuine, because I like that idea that this.
I like that idea.
Yeah, this could play into what we were saying, what we said at the start, where they've got a CRS traffic news helicopter because they've lost track of him.
Yeah, of course.
They kind of so you get the helicopter coming over trying to find where he is, and he's hidden in that doorway with them.
Yeah.
So they may be aware of what's happening here, but they're like, shit, we can't do anything. They may be the ones that, again, when he hears the cops, it may be the CRS trying to catch up with him.
Of course, yes.
But again, we can leave that ambiguous until the end. But again, it's just that, again, as we're saying, that's kind of like it's a cathartic moment for him anyway.
Yes.
And all right, it's not. It's that last moment of him doing a good thing. It works really well that they've done their job well enough that they're still keeping him just on the right side of the line.
Right. Yeah, I can go along with that. I think we can go along with that because it being a genuine moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just imagine the whole family turning up at the very end, like with the reveal, and just like like Bear says, "I've no idea what's going on here, but yes, they just gave me $1,000.
Come to this, and come to this party or whatever they've arranged for them.
I think on the pier, I imagine.
Yeah, a carnival or a festival on the pier or something.
Something like that. Yeah. That scene again, pretty identical. Weird. Okay, and. Yeah, the cops leave again one last time from Beth's place, and then of course she gets the final phone call, and he's there on Venice Beach.
So all of that, those bits where he runs in the house, she runs out.
Yeah.
Again, just to wrap up the tension in this, she gets the call and she panics. No, it's not going to work because there's not enough time because we're going to lose it. I was going to just throw in that she tries to call, she's been given a number to call CRS, and they're like, I'm sorry, this company doesn't exist.
Before she runs out, she puts in the home movie tape.
Oh, so it's already playing when he gets there. That's part... Yes, of course it is.
Part of the plan.
Yes. So he comes back. Then you get the scene back at the cop station with...
The surprise party.
And Dick Cop. It suddenly occurred to me, Dick Cop, who looks and acts a lot like Patrick Bateman.
He does. Lydecker.
That's his name. Yes.
Lydecker, yeah. What did you say? Bang! Yeah. That's how you do it, buddy. There's a limit to what you're allowed to say about someone else's wife.
Yeah.
And obviously then we have him watching the the home movie, and it's our favourite place on the pier. They arrive. Right. Sandra down. Sandra gets shot.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Now we got a problem here.
We could repeat ourselves and have him stab her, but that's not going to work because she's armed. And a cop, and she will shoot first.
Now we've got a break point.
We do. Oh, how are we going to fix this?
Yeah. Yeah.
The only way that I can... No, that wouldn't work. The only way that would work, but again, I can't imagine Beth would do that, is that because she's worried about him turning up in the past, that she's got a gun. And that's the gun.
So he really does have a gun at the end.
Yes.
Like, literally the opposite of him picking up the squirt gun is him picking up the real gun.
Yeah. It's either that, or when Sandra goes in, there is a scuffle and he gets hold of the gun and shoots her with her own gun. But that doesn't work because Prendergast needs to take her gun.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole point, I'm just realising this is all a break point.
It is.
Because if we can't think of something, Prendergast is just going to shoot him. Mm-hmm. And he's not in on CRS.
At this point, yeah.
He's got a real gun. He really is going to shoot him. Of course, I suppose we have to decide. We have to decide now. Mm-hmm. Is he going to live or is he going to die? Is he going to succeed or not?
I think to answer that, then we need to decide how he would react if he wins. If he succeeds in the task and gets the defence contract, how is he going to react to them having duped him throughout all of this day? Considering how unstable he is already.
Yeah.
Has this all been a big waste of time because in the end they're going to have to commit him anyway because he's just batshit?
Because even though he would have succeeded by protecting the paperwork, he failed by being crazy.
Yeah.
And being a liability to the company.
There's one argument that says it might work because he knows he's still got his job. He is still economically viable, and that means that would possibly help with his self-esteem because he knows that he can still provide for his family even though he's not with his family.
Yeah, yeah.
So that, in that respect, yes, then it would be nice to have a happy ending. But I don't know.
See, we've gotten so far, but I think this is.
It is the one point because we know that the guns that he's got in the bag are not real.
Yeah.
So there's no way that he can shoot her. She would just shoot him.
Yep.
Oh. I don't know. I'm stuck.
I think we've broken it.
It's been a while.
It's been a real while, but I can't see a scenario where he doesn't get shot at some point in the next 3 minutes. Sorry, folks. It looks like we broke it at the very last second.
We could still play it through to the end that he takes the shot, she shoots him back, wings him,
yes,
and he ducks out the back.
Yes, but you'd still have Sandra on his heels.
So how about this? We get this. She shoots him. She wings him in the shoulder or something, for example. He ducks out the back into the kitchen. She goes to chase him. Again, simple thing. He grabs the fridge door, smacks her in the face with the fridge door. That knocks her down enough for him to get out.
Oh, okay.
She's stunned.
Stunned, yeah.
Prendergast rushes in, finds her, and she's like nursing a broken nose or whatever.
Yeah.
Take her, get your breath back, takes her gun and follows him. At least allows us to get to the climax.
I don't know, folks. What do you think? You'll have to let us know. But all right, I'll allow it because movie, and we're so close to the end.
Exactly. Which brings us to the end because my thinking was part of the reason why I was suggesting that thing about he notices and puts two and two together about CRS. Mm-hmm. In that short exchange with Sandra, she can say he's not got a real gun.
He's firing blanks.
Yeah, he's firing blanks. So he knows that he hasn't got a real gun. That's when, so the connection then with CRS, and he remembers the company that you went on the interview with, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Fuck. So, there's no threat there. He knows that, but he doesn't know what he might do. He's still, he's still in close proximity with Adele and with Beth, so he might physically try and hurt them.
Of course, yes.
So he needs to still get them away. It does change the ending because...
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because there's no threat. As soon as they're out of danger, there's no threat to him because he knows that he's not got a real gun. But he has got a knife.
Yeah, he's got a knife. So
it could be him talking him down, saying, look, I'm putting my gun down. Or I'm emptying my gun. I know you haven't got a real gun. I mean, we can still play it out the same way because he might still have the water pistol in his pocket.
Yes. Yeah, I've still got a gun.
Yeah. And he doesn't know that
this one's loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he's already crossed the line. He's crossed the Rubicon, and he's well on his way to hell in his own mind.
Got it.
Come on.
He's pushing his way through the crowd to get to the pier.
Mm.
Sorry, buddy. CRS just replaces his gun with a fake.
What do you mean with
Prendergast's gun with a fake?
Oh, nice. I was going to suggest that someone else shoots him, and that they would shoot him with dummy rounds.
Oh, yeah, so like rubber bullets or whatever.
Yeah, with rubber bullets.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they swap. It's got bullets, but they're rubber bullets.
Yeah.
They're going to knock him over, but they're not going to kill him.
Exactly, and then so
he'll go over the pier.
We get all of that fine, and then you get the divers to come up and help him out. Don't worry, Mr. Foster, you're fine. We've got you.
And then, of course, the people come up the pier and well done and everything. Yeah. I think we made it work.
It was close.
I can't believe we actually didn't break it.
That was, oh my god. Whew. And then as the wrap-up scene at the end, you'll get representatives from NoTech there saying, you're on the job, we've got you, you're fine.
Yeah.
Take a month off, get your head together, and then come back and blah, 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 blah.
Then we get the fuck you, Yardley, fuck you very much.
Yeah. Maybe Mr. Lee kind of comes up, just says to Prendergast, Are you free to go to Australia next week?
Yeah, I was about to say, because one of the last things he said is, my name is Mud.
Ah.
My name is Mud when my wife finds out that I'm still a cop. So, my name is Mud when my wife finds out I'm not going to Arizona.
Yes. Nice. Like it.
It's up to us whether or not defense actually gets the job or not. I think he fails because he cracked.
Yes.
I think he does. He's a liability.
I think after all of that, they would have to compensate him.
So there would be something.
They will get him the help that he needs.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I could dig that. They've got the money, they've got the resources, they can make it happen.
If they're feeling responsible, they may at least offer him his old job back.
Yeah, all right. Yes, because he did defend the bloody briefcase. He wasn't a complete failure.
Yeah.
He's just not stable enough to take on the high-paid job.
It's up to us if we get at least some kind of closure between him and Beth.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he's got his job and that he's still going to be able to support them.
Yeah.
That will appeal to his paternal kind of instincts.
Yeah, exactly. The implication is that Beth has gone completely no contact with him, which is pretty harsh.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to see his daughter at all. So maybe
maybe
she recognises that his desperation is that great that maybe I should let him see his daughter or something. Yeah, an olive branch, at the end. Something that suggests that his future isn't as bleak as he thought it was.
I like it.
At the beginning of the movie. Just to give it a nice bit of closure and a circularality to it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not a word. It's not a word at all.
It is now because language is ever evolving.
So we've got a movie. We've got a couple of movies.
We do. Let's just take a couple of seconds and mull over which one we think.
I already know the answer.
I think I do too. So I think we're both on two, aren't we? So we... do you want to go first?
My vote is for Fallen Game.
Okay.
It's deeper, it's got more complexity to it. I feel like we oversimplified the game with what we did. Although it's got a bit of a thriller to it, I'm not sure it's the best movie, whereas this one's got a lot of layers, a lot of reveals in it on both sides, which is something I wasn't expecting when we first started, thanks to your wonderful, clever idea. I think Fallen Game is my choice.
For most of it, I was going to go with the down, mostly because I love the idea of setting Bear up as this kind of Hans Gruber type villain.
It is a nice idea, but I think in the end, we came out with a much better movie in Fallen Game. There's so much more going on to it.
Absolutely. So, our joint decision is that the Fallen Game is our choice for the month, but obviously it's now over to you guys. We will be putting a poll up, which should be appearing certainly on our Twitter. If I can do it on the Instagram as well, I will do. Should be up tomorrow, so it'll be up on Saturday, and we'll be running for about 5 days, and then at the pitch meeting for March, we will then reveal, based on audience participation, which is the actual maybe movie for February.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
So,
what are we going to... What?
He didn't have a hat before, did he?
He didn't have a hat before. It kind of suits him, but...
It does, actually.
Hang on a minute.
What's that?
That looks... Ow! Feet not working. This looks...
Trent?
I think he really wants his hat. Come and get it. Nah, he's not going to move.
Of course not.
This hat looks familiar.
I thought it did. Whose is it?
It just says Sam Terry 2.
Ba 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 ba.